Second down and 9 on their own 38-yard line. 9 minutes, 26 to go. In quarter number 1, 14-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Man in motion. Browning back to pass. Sets his feet. Delivers up the seam. And it's intercepted by Leo Martin at the 45-yard line. He's across the 50. Working on the far sideline. Getting blocks. He's got a convoy. Across the 20. Cuts back at the 15. To the 10. To the 5. And it's taken down. A strong return from Leo Martin. Make it 7 straight games for the Bulldogs with at least 1 turnover forced. First and goal for the green and gold. Third down and 2 for the Marauders on their own, or checked at the Athens 35-yard line. Cleland back to pass. Cleland under duress. Fires up the seam. Got Burnham. Over the shoulder catch. He's at the 5. Breaks a tackle. And it's into the end zone. And the Megs Marauders, they strike at the end of the first quarter. A 35-yard bomb right up the seam. Cleland to Burnham. Bulldogs begin their second drive of the half. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Quarter number 3, 19-14 lead for Athens here on the road at Wellston. Sedric Granger voiced the Bulldogs here alongside former Bulldog football player Matt Frazee.
Long time ago.
Still finding ways to stay around the game. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs, their own 42-yard line. A handoff to Piro on the left side, and a nice open field tackle made by Wellston. But Piro still drives his feet, gets some forward progress, and gains about 4 yards across the 45.
Yeah, that puts you in a decent position. Again, you can't have those negative plays and 1 yard plays. We've had way too many of those earlier in the half here, earlier in the game. They're going to have to get this running game clicking if they're going to get anything really good.
Second down and 5 for the Bulldogs. QB keeper up the middle, and Young gets popped by 2 defenders after crossing the 50, and they are going to call him either just short of the line to gain. No signal yet, and they will say third down and just short. You can't get closer than that.
Now they're saying move it.
And it looks like they'll move the chains. First down and 10. Young needed 5, got 5. Right on the dot.
I tell you.
Just by the tip of the football.
Well, I got to tell you, I don't know how the near side guy that's closest to the football is not the guy closest to us on the far side. So I want to move the chains. And I thought it was going to be third and about a half a yard.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Wellston 48-yard line. A handoff to Piro to the right side. And Piro hit in the backfield. Does move forward for about a gain of 1. But not much going down there, as the linebackers did phenomenally filling in the gaps. Connor McWilliams on the tackle. Second down and 9.
Second and 9.
Athens looking to score for the first time in 6 drives. Here's the snap on second down and 9. Young back to pass. Got by Koski on the inside dig route, and then he is tackled at around the 42. A gain of 5 on third and 9 sets up second and 9 rather, sets up a third down and 4. It's a good little play by Koski. The inside routes have been open tonight,
Matt. That's a great little play, and it's there all night long. If they want it, they just I think they backed off of taking it. Maybe saving it for later if they really want to.
Third down and 4 for the Bulldogs on the Wellston 42-yard line. They need the 38. Young takes the snap. Read option to the right side. He is taken down in the backfield. It was a QB keeper all the way. And the tackle made in the backfield by Isaac McWilliams. However, a penalty flag on the play.
Yeah.
And depending on this call, it could be against Wellston for plays after the... Or for, I don't know if it's excessive celebration. I don't think that's a call, but personal foul.
It's going to be a personal foul if it's a call. One of the defensive linemen slammed 51 for Athens into the turf well after the play, unnecessary. The penalty came from behind. I've got to think this ends up being a personal foul, Wellston, or they pick it up.
All 6 referees talking about this, and it's like the Bulldogs going to talk with Coach White and. Let's see what the referees decide. Sideline warning against Wellston. I think they breathe a sigh of relief there. And are they still going to move the ball for the side?
Yeah, they're calling a personal foul and a sideline warning.
Okay. And that is a huge missed opportunity by Wellston. that could have been the opportunity they needed.
Yeah,
Excuse me, that's the opportunity they could have needed to get back into
the
it.
announcer is upset because he says, I don't know what the call was, and rightly so. They did not make the call, but it was a personal foul against 51 on Wellston.
But the Bulldogs will take it, and 51 will take a seat. 4 minutes, 29 seconds left to go. Quarter number 3, 19-14 lead for Athens. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Wellston 27. Young takes a snap, read option, works to the right side, makes the first man miss, cuts upfield, is across the 25, and taken down at around the 24-yard line. Modest gain for Braden Young, and gets himself about 3 or 4 yards, bringing up a second down and about 6.
Again, though, the runs just aren't those smooth, fluid runs that we've been able to have the last few weeks. Wellston's doing a nice job of jumping into those gaps, filling in those holes, and making him pick his way forward. He's not able to accelerate through a hole. He's kind of got to pick his way through the traffic to get any yardage.
Young back to pass on second down and 6. A hitch route over to the right side is called by Martin. Breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, working his way to the 10-yard line, and is taken down. Tackle made by Connor McWilliams Jr., but not before a gain of 13 by Leo Martin. First down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Leo earlier in the game played very similar to that, fighting for that extra yard or two. Gets the ball punched out from behind and created the first turnover and the first bit of momentum for Wellston. And that time gets down a little quicker, but it's going to be first and goal from the 9. Is that right, Sedric?
Looks about right. First down and, let's go first and goal.
First and goal.
3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Sharp goes in motion to the right side of the formation, puts his foot in the ground, goes left. Take jet sweep. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Young spins off of contact, spins forward across the 5, and down at the 4-yard line. He met contact, being physical against Isaac McWilliams, the linebacker, and that sets up a second down and goal. But you had your quarterback, Braden Young for Athens, went 1-on-2 with both linebackers and spun off of them and got positive yards. That's excellent by Young.
It is, just the athletic ability. Again, Wellston's jumped that all night long. They've made the running difficult, and they did it again that time. He was just able to wiggle his way through a slight hole that time and pick up the positive yards.
Second down and 5 for the Bulldogs, or second down and goal, I should say, from the Wellston 5. A handoff to Pirro. Pirro just gets his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. It's been a while since the Bulldogs could get that offensive drive, but they find it here in the third quarter to make it a 25-14 game in Wellston. Much-needed drive for the Bulldogs. 58 yards through the heart of Wellston. Only thing you can hear now are some of the cheers from the Athens side. And a little offside on Wellston. Encroachment. That one is assessed to DeWine of Wellston. And now you got a little bit of a decision. You might want to try a 2-point conversion, and it looks like Coach White's going to go for it. Might as well take it. Instead of one play to score from the 2-yard line, one play to score from the 1-yard line. And after a hole that was size of when Moses parted the Red Sea during that touchdown run, which, by the way, was a 5-yard touchdown run by Pirro. Why not go for it again? Power formation.
Yes, option.
Young inside to Pirro. Pirro powering his way. Breaks the plane. 2-point conversion for the Bulldogs. 27-14. Athens with the lead. And they make Wellston pay for their mistakes. Not only on that penalty on that extra point, but the penalty that they had that took away their defensive stop. Sedric Granger with 970 WATH, and I'm joined by Athens head coach Nathan White. And Coach, last week, one of the biggest plays of the entire game was the stop that you guys had right before halftime. Megs, they were driving it in after the fumble they forced on special teams and were 1 yard away from going up 2 possessions, but your team stepped up. They made the big play. What did that mean for your team going throughout the rest of that game?
It was huge, and at the time, maybe, you didn't. At the time, I guess, you knew it was a big play to keep that thing close at halftime. But, at the end of the game, I kind of forgot about that play until we went and watched the tape that night, and you realize what a huge play that was to keep it at a 2-point game at halftime. Brody Swartzel made another two weeks in a row, made a huge tackle for us. He was the one who caused the fumble last week, and then, had a big tackle at the 1 yard line right before halftime Friday.
Yeah, he's been making some really huge plays for the team. Could you talk to me about his individual growth from last year to this year?
Yeah, Brody has continued to work. He's been a part of our program, since he was in third grade. And his dad played for us. His uncle played for us. His grandpa coached for us and played for us. He is a Bulldog through and through. I have no doubt that he is very proud to be a part of this program. And, one of those kids that you just love to coach and love to be around. So happy to see him having success.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of really great families throughout this entire Athens football history. I've gotten to talk with Seth Hart's dad, for example, and get to be able to see a lot of the families and the brothers that have played and fathers and uncles. It's a really great tradition here at Athens.